hopefully you've had a little bit of a rest of my voice, of this festival, but not of the celebrating side of World AIDS Day. So if you have just joined the conversation, just joined the presentation, I have briefly introduced what today is going to be about. And we are into the second theme, which is personality. And I'm doing a showcase of 3 leaflets today that are really addressing how we look at HIV and AIDS from an advocating point of view. Just a reminder for everyone that is watching today, the personality jam is, I'm going to keep it very short, but I am going to, discuss what I can with you in regards to personality. HIV is not something that we do on a level of personality. I can't be loud because I've got HIV, or I can't be quiet because I've got HIV. In any case, when you are feeling unwell, it is best to understand what has happened prior to that illness. So in this way, I'm kind of relaying what any professional would, which is, please consult people before you feel like, oh my God, have I got this, or whatever it is. I think I said it in the beginning, people don't announce, I've got the flu, or I woke up with the flu, because it's not something appropriate to do. But, you're aware of the flu, you're aware of, oh, I might just be allergic to something, or I've just come down with something. HIV is a different spectrum. And I think the reason I advocate for it is because I've got personal experience in it. I'm not going into my personal journey with it. And in any case, I can't share my personal journey with it because my personality is it's grown. I would like to say it's grown because I feel that, I was born with it, and the difference for many people is, they may get into relationships, or they might try to seek help for various other things, until they get to a point where they actually know, oh my gosh, I have blah, blah, blah. So let's get into this conversation in regards to the theme of personality. The leaflet is very bold, and I'm not showing it because it's just on paper, but I said before that nothing I'm doing today is government, official, or based on an organisation. Tila Jam is very much a journey for myself, but I'm sharing it on an accountability way. I feel it's important to be open about, I think in relation to when I'm delivering talks with people, when I am supporting something like this, which is personal to me, as well as my mental health journey and parenting, which I will plug in at the end. I think it's important to come from an approach that, there's not a lot that I can say that will help you because you're on your own journey. But what I can say is that, I appreciate the time that you're listening to where I've been, where I have been. But I haven't got the approach, or I guess the team, to kind of say that, hey, this is an official thing and whatnot. So, bear with me, and I'll just go through the leaflet with you. So today is personality themed. Well, this part is the theme. And the part that I'm sharing about is the personality. And so it's all about understanding HIV and AIDS. And I guess it's about what we really need to know in regards to HIV and AIDS. And when I had the two T-shirts two themed t-shirts that I put out, and I put out mentalism and the sexual health awareness. And two areas that were focused were the be safe and be aware. So I'm just going to go through a few things on the basis of those two topic areas. So what we need to understand in relation to HIV about being aware, which is the first thing to do, is to be aware of people that are sympathizing with you. Be aware of the right support networks. Be aware of the drugs, maybe the prior to your diagnosis or during your diagnosis that you'll be taking or that you have taken. Be aware of the therapy options. Be aware of the history, how it came to exist. We always have talks about this area. How did it start? And then it's, it started in this country, or, it started with this agenda or this problem. So just, be aware of that in relation to your personality. Be aware of who it infects, because it's a transmittable disease. So it's something that can infect you. Be aware of the stigma. Be aware of good and bad touches. Be aware of the right sources of information. Be aware of how it affects lives. And in totalitarianism, just be aware of what HIV is and how it, affects your body. Personality in a broad spectrum in relation to Tila Jam is very much centered around who you are. So when I do the next round of safety or being safe, safety isn't necessarily not having sex or being, abstinent. Safety is being aware of the people that you surround yourself with. I've knowingly spoken about this area in relation to relationships in general, relationships at work, relationships, as a parent, relationships in the family. Being safe from a personality side of things, it very much is centered in terms of your experiences around how you feel about yourself. Who are you? Like, what is it about you that makes you you? I'll just go into the theme a bit more in terms of the subject of being safe. So what we need to understand about HIV and AIDS in relation to being safe is disclosure, clarity, and the terms that are used. Being safe in regards to the pressure to do or be the same as. Being safe in relation to trusting someone or anyone or no one. Being safe in regards to the routes of transmission. Being safe in regards to saying no when we're unsure or uncertain, or even when we are knowingly saying no, being safe around that. Being safe when it comes to knowing the differences between HIV and AIDS. Being safe about our abilities to handle information, and even in relation to disclosure, being safe about how we disclose to people that we care about or people that we are trying to say no to. Being safe in regards to your truth, and being safe in regards to knowing your expectations in yourself and also in others. And as you can see, this could be very, very different for someone that is knowingly being unsafe, with their personality. say for example, we are quite, and I'll put it into two arenas. So you've got the extrovert and the introvert. If you are an introvert and you are unsafe in regards to, you get led easily, or you get taken into situations that you won't necessarily be open, then being safe could be quite different in regards to what I've shared today. But again, I said I'd keep this area quite short because it's something that is, it has to be explored with the people or the persons that are looking to develop more of an understanding on their diagnosis, on their journey into thoroughly understanding HIV and AIDS. It's not necessarily something that you should do straight away because, again, as I said, it's more about an awareness. Anything under the spectrum of, I've got to understand this, I've got to, learn more about something, or I need to be taught more about what this does. I think always seek consultation, always seek advice. Don't be afraid of the questions that you ask, because I think awareness is very much, what's the right word to say, when we are knowing of ourselves, when we know, I know who I am, or, I kind of have an idea of who I want to be, kind of thing. Say, you're, just in a new place, say, for example, you've moved, from a new relationship to another relationship, and the last relationship was quite, toxic or quite traumatic, and now you feel, exhilarated and happy, and you're just in this awareness state of, I know, because that can be a personality, but I don't even know what to call that personality, but if it's that kind of way of looking at things, it is, again, awareness, knowing that, I've been down this road, or this is a new path, or this is something, I'm quite traumatized by, because sometimes we go into the same arenas. So it's just about always thinking, when you want to understand something more, how aware are you? And what do you know about yourself that you can keep identifying with? Because it's not nice to kind of go into something and you feel off track, or you feel that there's something that's pulling you away from yourself. But let's take another break. Feel free to have, some time to deliberate or talk more about how you would handle certain things in your awareness state. Less of, the safety area, because I think the safety area is more for people that are really on track with their medication, and they have a bigger understanding, a bigger awareness of, who they are with HIV, or having had AIDS, or whatever the situation is for them. So I hope that was clear for you. I'll see you after the break. Come straight back and we'll do the last segment of the leaflets, and then I'm looking to have questions posted, but I'll just play a bit of music in the background, and feel free to talk more about what HIV is, in the sense of celebrating World AIDS Day as well.